Good day and welcome to our presentation. As you can see on the screen, we would like to give you a title of Hydraulic System versus Pneumatic System. Our group consisting myself, Hoiting, Wendy, Patricia, Virginia, Aida, and Nushafika. I will start off by 6 components used in a hydraulic system. The first basic component is reservoir. It also can called as oil tank. Reservoir is used to hold the hydraulic liquid, usually hydraulic oil. Apart from this, it has other important functions such as to cool the hot return oil, to settle down the contaminants, to remove air bubble, and to separate water from oil. The second component used in the hydraulic system is pump. A pump is used to force the oil through the system. It converts mechanical energy into hydraulic energy, and this is done by the movement of fluid, which is the transmission medium. The third component is electric motor. An electric motor or other power source to drive the pump. The fourth component is valve. The valve is used to control the oil direction, pressure, and flow rate. Hydraulic valve is made up of poppet or spool and can be activated by means of pneumatic, hydraulic, electrical, manual, or mechanical means. The fifth component is an actuator. An actuator to convert the energy of the liquid into mechanical force or torque to do the useful work. Actuators can either be cylinders, which provide linear motion, or motors, which provide rotary motion. The sixth component used in a hydraulic system is piping. Piping to carry the oil or liquid from one location to another.
6 main components in pneumatic system is number 1, the check valve. The check valve is also called pressure relief valve. And in the picture, you can see it right above of the compressor and behind the air tank. As you can see from the picture, the secondary circuit is connected to the one-way valve that are installed to the hose, which connect to compressor and to the buffer tank, and they let the compressed air gather in buffer tank but prevent backflow into the compressor tank. Second component is called compressor. The compressor is a mechanical device that increases the pressure of the air by reducing its volume. This is a pump powered by gas or electricity. The compressor used to compresses the air to a higher PSI, which is pounds per square inch, and the compressors have a tank connected to store the air before it's released into the pneumatic track. And an air compressor is a specific type of gas compressor. The third component is called the regulator and gauges. Regulator and gauges is equipment that is connected to the compressor or the compressor tank. It used to release air into the pneumatic track, and the regulator is electrically or mechanically triggered, and the gauges are also electric or mechanic measuring instruments. The regulator also let the computer system or operator to regulate and check the PSI of the air inside the compressor. The fourth main component of pneumatic system is called accumulator or buffer tank. As you can see from the picture, buffer tank are secondary storage unit for the compressed air that came from the compressor. They are storing the high PSI compressed air for the pneumatic actuators. This tank helps in preventing irregular airflow surges in the actuators, allowing the compressor cycle to maximize its shut-off timing. They also allow the compressor to be in the exact distance from the actuators in project. The fifth main component of the pneumatic system is the feed lines, which is hoses that move the pressurized air through the pneumatic system. The largest diameter hoses are installed to handle the PSI, and these large hoses allow the pressurized air to travel faster and eliminating the airflow backup. Finally, the sixth main component in pneumatic system is called actuators. These actuators component of the pneumatic system that do the hard work. Many types of actuators are powered by pressurized air, and the most frequently used are cylinder and plug. The pressurized air is released into the cylinder to make a piston move forward as the air is forced to the chamber. And these are some of the main components of the pneumatic system. To fully understand the system, you need to know how every component works. Knowing their specific functions will help in preventing problems during work. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next is use of pneumatic system in our daily life. First, air compressor. Second, bicycle pumps. Third, jackhammer. And the fourth, or additional information, pneumatic delivery tube. In general, pneumatic is used to describe a mechanical device that is powered by compressed air. First, air compressor, a pneumatic device that uses a motor or engine to convert power into pressured air that can be stored in a tank as a potential energy. For example, when people use a coin-operated device at a gas station to put air in the car, they are using an air compressor in the process. Next is bicycle pump. It's used to compress air from its tire. When the handle of the bicycle pump is pressed down, it will decrease the volume of the space inside, which means increasing the pressure. Since air flows from high to low pressure, the air will flow out from the higher pressure of the space and into the tire through the nozzle. Then, when the handle is raised up, it will decrease the pressure in the space, causing air to rush into the tire. Next is a jackhammer. A jackhammer is a tool that combines a hammer and a chisel. This type of tool is powered by compressed air. Any road or site work that people have ever used likely required the use of a jackhammer to be constructed. Do you know? Pneumatic delivery tube is a pneumatic mail system that was widely used to deliver letters through pressured air tubes. However, this system is no longer used in the mail, but is often used in hospitals in order to quickly distribute and deliver medical samples from one location to another location.
Application of fluid power in industry. First application is metal working equipment. A is lathe machine. Lathes are metalworking machines that use rotation to execute various machining processes on the workpiece. It can be used to perform operations such as cutting, drilling, sanding, threading, facing, and turning. B is milling machine. It is a metalworking equipment that removes unwanted material with rotary cutters, and the workpiece is securely kept in place on the movable work table, which allows a spinning tool to be moved vertically around it. Grinding machine. It is an abrasive wheel is rotated at high speed using a grinding machine, and the rotating wheel smooths the workpiece surface by removing a little quantity of material along its surface, and it can be used to shape, flatten, and smooth surface cut. Next is controller. The current renaissance in industrial application, where electrical control of fluid power has been the standard for 30 years, is in how hydraulic in regulated. We now have solid-state microprocessor with feedback input as well as switching and proportional output, all connected wirelessly instead of push-button relay and contactors. PLC or programmable logic control are now available, and hydraulic and pneumatic devices can be fully automated using an app on your computer or other device. Next is automated manipulators, robot's arm tooling that includes either single pneumatic or electronic actuators or a manifold with numerous actuators. Pneumatic technology is also commonly used for fixing and tooling, such as holding pieces in its place so that robot can do the appropriate activities. There are some applications where especially strong gripping force are required, such as picking up hot billets in the foundry industry. Hydraulic is commonly used for tasks that require the manipulation of heavy materials such as steel billets or the application of additional force in gripping such as components.
Next applications. Material handling system. Fluid power is an excellent approach to assist in the automation of material handling. It is the process of moving a weight or performing another mechanical operation utilizing a fluid under pressure. The fluid in hydraulic systems is usually a specialized oil, whereas compressed air is used in pneumatic systems. Last but not least, hand tools in fabrication industry. So, the application of fluid power are used in hand tools, which is the first is pneumatic drills, grinders, rivet machines, and nut runners, which have two types of nut runners, pneumatic and hydraulic.